NINJAGO Dragons Rising. Oh boy. Oh boy, so I don't, I really want to give this new show a chance, right? I really want to give it a chance. Let it kind of find what it wants to do, let it figure out what it wants to do and figure out what it wants to be. I want to give this show a chance. That's my biggest thing with this review, is that I want to give it a chance. At the same time, I'm a hard Ninjago critic. I, for example, do not like seasons 11 through 15. I did like Crystallize, which I know people are gonna be like, "You liked Crystallize? It was terrible." No, Crystallize was actually what I wanted from the beginning. So, yeah, I prefer Ninjago, the old series of Ninjago, the oldest series of Ninjago. Season 1 through season 10 were the best parts of Ninjago to me. In fact, some of my favorite parts were really early on in Ninjago, around like season 6, season 5 or so. Those are some of the best seasons to me. And let me tell you, when it comes to this show, the trailers looked good. I heard that intro song. I thought, okay, when I first heard the intro song, I was like, okay, that doesn't really feel like Ninjago. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the Weekend Whip, but you can change the song, but make sure it fits the vibe of the show. And I like the song, I do. It just doesn't fit the vibe of Ninjago. But again, I also gotta be like, okay, this is a new show. It's just an intro song. Am I going to critique it that much? No. Maybe after a couple of episodes, the song will grow on me. Maybe I'd have to sit back and wait a couple of seasons before it grows on me. I want to give it that chance. At the same time, yeah, I'm gonna be pretty negative on the show, and that's the whole thing, guys. I'm trying not to be a negative of the show. I'm trying to be as positive as I can with this show, because honestly, the trailers made me interested in the show. I was actually really interested, and I had a whole bunch of questions that I couldn't wait to be answered, and I wanted to see what the show could bring to the table. Then I watched it. Now, I only watched up to episode 5. We will do another review for the other 5 episodes next week. But I can tell you what, the first 5 episodes are rough. They're rough. The first episode, the first 2 episodes of the show, I was like, you know what? Okay, I kind of like this. I'm alright into it. Then you saw episodes 3 and 4, and they flew me for a loop. I was like, what the heck is this? This really isn't what I've signed up for. And then you got into the next episode, episode 5, which, yeah, okay. First up, I like the new characters, and I thought that Lloyd, if I was writing the show, I would just write it that it's those first 2 characters, and then Lloyd doesn't show up till like episode 3 or 4 or something like that, right? Let's actually sit down, let's learn these new characters and get attached to these new characters for a little bit. And they were doing a pretty good job the first 2 episodes of us being attached to these new characters. One of them is a ninja wannabe. He learned Spinjitzu from watching his heroes, the ninja, and the other one's a tech girl. She knows how to deal with tech, and she has had, so far, from what it seems, a rough past. And now, because of the merge, which is all of the all of the worlds merging into one world of Ninjago. While it took everything from him, it gave her everything, because now she has a friend, she has a job. Yeah, they're kind of living on the streets and they're barely making money to survive, but hey, they're hanging in there and the best buds. And I really liked these two characters when they got first introduced. And she cares for the little dragon, and they decide that they have to go and save this little dragon. And when they end up saving this little dragon, they end up captured by these dragon hunters. Yep, we got dragon hunters again. Okay, I liked the dragon hunters. I don't have a problem with the dragon hunters. And then Lloyd shows up at the end of the episode. I was not expecting him to show up till like episode 3 or something, but he shows up at the end of episode 1. Alright, he gets introduced to the two characters. You see, the problem that I have with Lloyd being introduced so quickly is that we are not really giving the new characters time to be established, for us to be connected to these characters. You know? That's the whole thing. Once Lloyd comes in, he takes over the whole show. And it's because we all like, oh, it's Lloyd, we love Lloyd, but at the same time, I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, I love Lloyd, but it's like the whole Star Wars thing again. Luke Skywalker shows up on screen, that's all you pay attention to, you stop paying attention to Rey. And guess what? Because of that, because they know you stop paying attention to Rey, they stop writing Rey the good character. That's what happens to episode 8, and that's what ruined the character of Rey. Yeah, I hate episode 8, if you guys can't tell. Star Wars, man. Star Wars. That's what's going on here with Lloyd showing up too quickly. I mean, as soon as he shows up, he just takes the focus away from the kids, and I don't like that. I wish we had more time to get connected to the kid characters before we introduce Lloyd. Then we get into episode 2, and it's basically Lloyd saving their butts and getting the dragon. Okay, not much happens here. The next episode, the kids want to go to a carnival, and Lloyd wants to train them to become a ninja. And I did like the idea that Lloyd wants to become like a Master Wu type character, and he's a lot like, were we this bad with Master Wu? And then he's like, yeah, you know what, we were. I did like that, but you only needed one joke like that, and they did three of those jokes in the same episode. And then they continue doing those jokes throughout the rest of the show. And I'm like, okay, that joke works. Now you're telling it too much. It's like when you tell a joke too many times and then it stops becoming funny. Stops being funny after the second time you tell it. Yeah, that's what's happening with that joke. You told it 3 times in the first episode you introduced the joke, and now you're just throwing it everywhere. I now don't even like the joke anymore. I did originally. I thought it was funny with Lloyd being, were we this bad with Master Wu? Yeah, you know what, we actually weren't. And just walks off and does stuff. I thought the joke was funny when I first heard it, but now it's kind of bad. Speaking of bad, let's talk about the bad guys. Are they bad guys? Are they awesome? Are they really cool? No, they're bad. They're bad. I'm sorry, I do not like any of these villains. Like, I was trying to give these villains a chance, right? But they're just poorly written. They're just poorly written. I don't have much more to say about the. I don't know. Just it's not even the dialogue. Although yes, I have seen a few times. I'm not really a dialogue person, right? but I have seen a few times where the dialogue's kind of like iffy. But I'm telling you what, these guys just don't really sell Ninjago. At the same time, I have to admit this, because if I'm gonna be really hard on the show, I have to be hard on Ninjago too. Sidekick villains were always like this. The problem is, with this new show, that's all we have are sidekick villains. We don't have the big bad, and the big bad always had a really interesting arc, like Lord Gargadon. His sidekicks, stupid, but he was awesome. Then we have the Serpentine. They were really cool. The sidekicks, stupid. It makes it funny and it works, but it works because you have the main villain, and he's such a really cool villain, versus the humor, which is the idiot sidekicks. All we have in the show right now are the idiot sidekicks, and they're really getting tired. I'm really getting tired of these characters really quickly, and that is not good. Like, every time they show up, I'm just like, okay, can we just move on? Can we please just move on? I want to get back to the main story. Speaking of the main story, oh my god, so, okay, I'm fine with Lloyd saying that he actually found Kai, and Kai decided to go off and try to find the others, right? But that should have been the case for Season 1 completely. We should not have been introduced to any of the other ninja until like maybe the season finale or Season 2. Like, I would not have brought back Kai and Nia until Season 2. But you know why they bring back Kai and Nia? Because they know their two main new leads aren't really doing it for anyone else, and so they bring back Kai and Nia. Oh my god, I hate that. And then episode 4, you know, with Nia helping those rock monsters. I don't care what they're called, they're rock monsters. Fighting dragons. I guess we got some type of character development for the female lead, but I don't even know her name because they don't give me enough time to get connected to these characters to learn their names. And then, the next episode, we meet the next Master of Wig. Okay, so she is somehow related to Ghost Boy? I'm guessing. I'm not clear on that. I thought that you had to be related to a master of Spinjitzu to have the power of Spinjitzu. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how it's always been so far, from what I can see. I mean, none of other Kai's students turn into ninja because none of them, while they inherit the will of the ninja, they don't inherit the powers of the ninja. You have to. I thought it had to be related to someone to inherit the power of the ninja, but I guess not. And then we have the female lead. Her new power is tech power. You know what? I'm gonna say it. That's kind of stupid, and I kind of like it, because you know what? We have speed as a power. That somehow invisibility, speed, whatever else. Boy, is apparently a Ninjago power. I really wish that instead of that they would actually say that their elemental powers were elemental based, but we had a couple of them that weren't elemental based. I mean, for God's sakes, we had Sky, and her whole powers were to steal other people's powers. I feel like that should be a magical ability. Instead, nope, It's a Ninjago ability. It's a elemental power. We have time as an elemental power. So you know what? Tech powers. Okay, fine. I didn't really have a problem with that, but I have to admit, it's kind of stupid. And then the little dragon itself. The little dragon is the only thing that saves this show. Because he's cute. It's like my boy with Baby Yoda. No, actually it's a lot worse, because that's like the only reason I'm still watching the show is because I'm interested to understand why the baby dragon is able to call upon and maximize powers like the elemental powers. And not only that, but what the heck is going on with this merch? I will say this, the mystery of the show, the mystery has hooked me. And I'm still wanting to watch the show because the mystery has actually hooked me. That and the baby dragon are the only two reasons why I still want to watch the show. But that is just me. What would I give this show a rating? Well, again, I haven't watched the entire season yet. I've only watched 5 episodes. I would give these 5 episodes, I would give episode 1 like a 7, episode 2 an 8, episode 3 I would give like a 6, episode 4 a 6, episode 5 a 7. So far, not the worst scores ever, but that's just me. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you guys been liking Dragons Rising more than me? And at the same time, I want to make this clear. I've only seen 5 episodes, haven't seen the whole season yet, and so far, while I am a little down on it, I'm being hard on it, I still realize that this is just the beginning of the show, and I want to give it the best chance. It has to impress me. So far, it hasn't impressed me. But does that mean that's going to be the case the entire time? No. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to go watch the rest of Ninjago so I can review the rest. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.